Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Cast. Welcome back to another episode reaction of Haikyuu. Today I'm on season 4, episode 18. So the last episode came as a bit of a surprise. Despite Karasuno being up 1-0 against Inarizaki, we diverted and we switched point of view to the Nekoma versus Sarukawa tech match. Specifically, we got a lot on Kenma and Yamamoto, how their relationship has been ever since they joined the team, all of Kenma's sort of personal issues, and a little bit about them as personalities. They're very interesting, and despite them being basically oil and water and not really getting along that well, they ended up finding the respect for one another and able to learn and grow off one another as they come to. But unfortunately, Sarukawa Tech is focusing on Kenma with their serves. They're trying to weaken him down because, as we all know, and as Kenma very well knows himself, he's not like a physical powerhouse and he doesn't have unlimited endurance or stamina. So what they're trying to do is make him tired, and hopefully for them, they become weak, Nekoma falls apart. So what I'm personally expecting out of this is either Kenma is going to surpass his physical limits, push himself further than he knew he could go, and maybe surprise himself even a little bit, or Nekoma is going to have to do something to lessen the load on Kenma because he's got a lot of pressure. They're focusing him. Maybe they have a new defensive strategy they can use, or maybe Kenma gets substituted out for another setter. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, we're going to see what they're going to do. If you would like to watch my reactions to the next episodes right now, you can do so over on Patreon. The Soul tier is always a week ahead. The Ascended tier is multiple weeks early. Those reactions are also extended length, meaning that you get more reaction and more discussion to go along with each and every video. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. Yep, they're starting to rack up some points, focusing on Kenma. Yeah, they're playing the long game here, playing passive. Yeah, it's never that easy, huh? But Battle of Attrition is really tough. Not something you can do too much about if you don't have a counter. You can tell he modeled it after Nekoma in a way. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Either they have to find a solution, or Kenma's gonna have to do it himself. Episode 18, Trap. Hopefully it's a trap that Kenma's setting for them. Sounds kind of a foreboding title. Don't count out Liev. Use him as a decoy. There you go. Maybe it's not something everybody realizes. Yeah, and it's not always easy either, is it? I wouldn't imagine that it's always possible to hit it right to the setter. They can position around it, I would think. But they're placing it just good enough. His movements are getting sloppy, which is understandable, doing a lot of running. It's taking its toll on him. He's wearing out. I mean, I played tennis for a few years, and I think that was like one of the most annoying things about tennis is that some people, more than others, they just make you run, and it makes you play worse because you get so exhausted. You just make so many more mistakes. I've been in the position where I'm just playing against somebody that forces me to sprint from one set to the other constantly. It's hard to put up against. It's hard to do anything about. I mean, at least in volleyball, I suppose there's teammates that might be able to cover for you, but it's obviously not something you can count on. Not to mention when they lose points like this, Kenma might start feeling like it's his fault. Damn, he looks so different. This is where he learned that. This team feels like the most threatening personally to Nekoma just because they have such an insight on their strategies. At least he's not complaining too much. Nekoma's libero is so good. One of the best, I think. He's aiming for it. Oh yeah. Nice. A backward set. Hey, there you go. That was pretty clean. Come on, Kenma. He's good. Come on, Yamamoto. Oh. He's going for it, though. He's going for the power hit. Yeah, it's just to play him out. Make him move. What are we gonna do here? Can the libero set, maybe? Oh. What's the plan? Oh, he's like luring him off? Yeah, he lured him off. Because he knows they're tracking him. Yeah. Alright, Kenma. Damn, you just work him. Damn, that is the intelligence of Kenma at work. That's why he's so good on the court. Because it's not about his physicality. It never has been. He's not Kageyama with the perfect precision sets. He doesn't need to be. He watches everybody else. He knows how they move. And then these guys don't know exactly what just happened. They don't have enough time to like formulate exactly what he's doing. It just throws him off so hard. I think it started when the game started. Kenma's a thinker. Might not be physically the best, like I said, but he's sneaky. He's got that Tsukishima quality to him. I mean, fair question. Can't blame you. But okay, I'm glad they're doing this because for a second there I was just thinking about it and I'm like, Kenma's smart enough to realize what the other team is doing and focusing him. Once he realizes it, he'll communicate it with them. And the coach also is probably one of those smartest coaches in the entire show so far. So it's not like they wouldn't recognize the focus on Kenma. So I was thinking maybe I'm just wrong, but there feels like there has to be some sort of strategy they can employ to relieve Kenma in some way or another. So I'm glad they're going into this. I was worried that they were just going to have to keep letting that happen to him. I don't want to see that happen. I want to see him play his best, and he can't play his best if he's absolutely getting destroyed. Guts and perseverance. A lot of talk about guts recently with Nakoma. Yeah, Kuro is probably the key here. He's got a really solid receive. Okay, what does that mean? Intentionally do sloppy receives? Okay, good, good, good. Oh. He believes in them. Alright, let's see it, Kenma. And they listen without question. So there it is. His brain just moves a million miles a second. So many people, even in like high-level sports, are doing things based off of their learned instinct, which is like exactly what Kenma's doing right now. He's analyzing the situation based on his brain power and what he knows about volleyball and what he knows about trends and how people normally play. Whenever you utilize people's instincts against them, it works out so well. People will naturally do the correct action and the most obvious action just because that's what's going to happen, and you don't have usually too much time to think about it. So the fact that he has that extra brain capacity to think about things so much just puts him on an entirely different level ahead of people and allows him to take advantage of things that they wouldn't even consider that they could be taken advantage of. He can take advantage of their strengths. And once they realize it, that'll get you a few if you can pull that off every time, for sure. That's good stuff. That might be all they need. Actually, it's deuce, so maybe not. They're looking at him differently now. Yep. The puppet masters. Yep, make them doubt everything. Gotcha, that was sick. That was a good play. Nope, and they know that. That's why they're going all out. I love this OST. It's one of my favorites for sure. Exactly what I'm saying. Kuro is the one. Kuro is him. Come on, Kemma. It's the long game. Don't panic, don't panic. Your team's here to back you up. Look at this. Yeah, they're both thinking the same thing about one another. To think that Kenma, of all people, is the backbone in a battle of attrition and persistence. The guy who just wants to chill out is in the middle of the most like intense, fearsome battle possible. They're realizing he's actually near his limits. I like that it's Kuro is the first one to notice. Oh, why is that? Yeah, it's absolutely true. Takes courage. Yeah, I mean, guts is just, I mean, it's hard to generalize exactly what he means from it, but guts is confidence, it's courage, it's the ability to put one foot in front of the next and actually do something and work hard at it. It's not something everybody has. You can't just pick that up for anything. You have to have the passion. The passion that underlies everything is what predates guts. Passion is the most important thing, and if you have passion, you can do so much more than you ever really think you could. That is really corny and really sappy, but it's extremely true. Just ask anybody that's good at anything and they'll say they're probably passionate for it. Very rare that it isn't the case. Guts is like that moment that you take all the training and all the hard work you've ever done for something and you actually put it to the test and see if it was worth its weight in gold. If all the training or work you've done on something is actually worth its value or if it isn't. That's a big, scary thing to confront and trying to find out. He can. Of course he can. He's just gonna find that out himself. He's gonna have that moment. It's efficient. We gotta do it right. There you go. Nice spike, Kuro. 28 to 29, Nakoma favor. You're standing right there with everybody else, man. But deep down, he loves this. You still did it. Yep. He has persistence. And that's what this is a battle of. So you can fight like everybody else. I love Nakoma. Come on, Kenma. Get this final point. One step. Very easy, very efficient. It's perfection. The perfect movement into the perfect set. Oh, oh, it's perfect. Damn, okay. Hell yeah. I kind of wanted Kuro to get the final point, but I'll take that. That was awesome. 32-30. Oh god, man. So they're through. That was sick. 2-0 too. It's so cool to see Kenma being like a full part of the team. I love how they treat him. Man, why does everybody have to be such a good sport in this show? Can we see some like chairs thrown or some audience fistfights or something? I'm just kidding. It's just really wholesome. It's gotta mean so much hearing that from him. Nobody's... There might be a bit of a misunderstanding here. Oh, I see. That's what the important part was. He called them his friends. I didn't even notice. Yeah, this was a big step for him. I want to play against a strong boss. Cut to Karasuno. I think you'll figure out what Guts is in this next match, hopefully. Fingers crossed we don't lose, but... Yeah, I mean, it's been building from this for so long. What, episode 11 of the first season or something was when we met Kenma? Yeah, they're next, right? Pretty sure they're next if they beat Inarizaki. Oh, this is so sick. This is sick. Yes. I'm so glad we took a break from the Inarizaki to interject with this Nakoma match because it just makes so much sense now that I really think about it. If Karasuno beats Inarizaki, and as weird as this is to say, I feel like the fact that we had these two Nakoma focused episodes because they would go up against Karasuno next is the absolute biggest confirm that Karasuno is going to beat Inarizaki. I didn't doubt them at any point here, but you know, there's always a chance that we're in nationals, right? And the Mia twins are obviously really good. There's always the chance that we could lose, but I feel like the fact that we've had these two episodes and all this build up, Karasuno is beating Inarizaki, and that's going to happen maybe it goes out the rest of the season, but maybe not, because I'm trying to think about it. If we beat Inarizaki in maybe like 2 episodes, let's say, we'd still have 4 episodes left, but that's not enough time for the Nakoma match, I wouldn't think. Definitely not. It's a Nakoma match. I just like to picture in my head the structure of the seasons, that way I can kind of get my predictions in order. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm really glad that we interjected with this Nakoma match because not only is Nakoma one of my favorite teams, this really just did a great job building up and establishing the next match. Also with a slight break on the Inarizaki match, that way we can get hyped up for it once again to continue, and also puts more stakes back into it, gets a little bit refocused. This series has just built up so much since the beginning, and so much of it is paying off. We got the Tanaka payoff, we've got all the Suki payoff, and now comes the Nakoma payoff. I'm so excited, and not just Nakoma, but everybody on Nakoma as well, all the Kenma stuff, and his relationship with Hinata, one of my favorites in the show. I'm really excited for it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Take care.